This is a video on the verb classify. The question is, classify the following in order of increasing thickness. Mantle, crust, asthenosphere, outer core, and inner core. 1 mark. Let's do this. Classify, the verb classify means arrange. Basically means arrange. In this case, we need to arrange in order of increasing thickness. Now, over the years, I've seen students get questions like this wrong because they misinterpret it. Now, increasing thickness means, this thing here, from thinnest to thickest. Okay, students tend to get it the other way around. So let's do it. Now, doing this question requires us to know relative thickness. If you look back to the Earth structure, inner structure, got the inner core. I'm going to call it IC for short. Inner core, outer core, OC, and then mantle. Remember, this is not to scale. And the asthenosphere, A, and the crust on the outside. This is a horrible diagram. Let me redraw it here. Okay, so inner core, I'm just going to put I for inner core, O for outer core, M for mantle, asthenosphere, A, and the crust, C, on the outside. Okay, so the thinnest of all is the crust. Okay, the crust is 5 to 70 kilometers thick. So we'll put crust as our first answer. Then it would be the asthenosphere. The asthenosphere has a thickness of around 50 to 220 kilometers. So the asthenosphere, just looking at the Earth's diagram as well, Earth's inner layers. And then it's the outer core. Apologies, it's the inner core. Inner core is about 1,200 to 1,500 kilometers thick. Then it's the outer core, which is around 2,200 kilometers thick. And then it's the mantle. Okay, the mantle's the thickest because if you look at the diagram, it tends to have the greatest area. Okay, and that's how you answer a classify question. I'll leave you with the following activity. Classify the following in order, in the correct order. Correct. Okay, you've got subduction, new crust formation, plate movement, rising magma from beneath crust, and crustal fracture. Okay, these are the steps involved in seafloor spreading. Okay, and suppose it's worth 1 mark. Okay, so you're listing them in the correct order from the beginning to the end. Okay, so subduction, give you a hint here, subduction involves oceanic crust moving away from the mid-ocean ridge, eventually meeting a continental plate, and then the denser crust will sink back into the mantle, typically the oceanic plate. New crust formation, that involves the magma cooling and solidifying, forming new oceanic crust along the mid-ocean ridge. Plate movement involves the newly formed crust, oceanic crust, pushing older crust away from the ridge. Rising magma from beneath the crust, that involves, as the name suggests, magma rising to Earth's surface. And crustal fracture involves magma reaching the surface, filling the gap between two plates and causing the older oceanic crust to crack along the mid-ocean ridge. And that's the verb classify.